Chapter 1. What is consciousness? Understanding the basics. Consciousness is not something we have. It is what we are, the silent witness behind all experience. Consciousness is the profound experience of awareness, the ability to know that you exist and to perceive the world around you. It is the very essence of what it means to be alive and sentient. At its simplest, consciousness can be defined as awareness of self and environment. When you open your eyes and see the world, when you feel emotions, or when you think thoughts, you are experiencing consciousness. But consciousness is not a single thing. It exists on multiple levels. The conscious mind is what you are aware of right now, the thoughts, sensations, and perceptions active in your waking state. The subconscious mind stores memories, habits, and beliefs just below the surface of awareness, influencing your behavior without your direct knowledge. The unconscious mind holds deeper layers of hidden impulses, fears, and patterns that can shape your experience profoundly, but remain out of direct reach. Understanding these distinctions helps us recognize how much of our life runs on autopilot, and how awakening requires bringing unconscious patterns into conscious light.
Real-life example. Neuroscientists have long studied consciousness to understand how awareness arises from the brain's complex activity. In one notable study, researchers observed how certain neural networks light up when a person becomes aware of a stimulus. For example, when a subject is shown an image but does not consciously notice it, the brain processes it at subconscious levels. But once the image enters conscious awareness, distinct brain regions become highly active, allowing the person to report and respond to the image. These findings highlight that consciousness is both a biological process and a subjective experience, a bridge between mind and matter, self and world. Practical exercise. Today, set aside 5 to 10 minutes to journal about your awareness. Notice moments when you shift from doing something automatically to truly being present and aware of it. For example, you might catch yourself driving on autopilot and suddenly realize the road, sounds, or sensations. Write down what changed in your experience when you moved from automatic to conscious awareness. This simple exercise trains you to recognize consciousness as it naturally arises and prepares you for deeper self-inquiry. Summary. Consciousness is the foundation of all experience, the stage on which life unfolds. It is the light illuminating your thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Understanding consciousness and its layers is the first step on the path of awakening. By learning to recognize and expand your awareness, you open the door to a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. Chapter 2. The illusion of the separate self. The ego whispers that you are alone. Awareness reminds you that you are one with all that is. One of the most powerful illusions created by the mind is the sense of being a separate self, a distinct I that is isolated from others and the world. This sense of separation is built and maintained by the ego, the mental construct of identity made up of your name, roles, beliefs, and stories. The ego says, I am this body, this mind, this personality, and draws boundaries between me and not me. But true consciousness transcends these egoic boundaries. It recognizes that beneath the layers of identity lies a deeper awareness that is not confined by labels or roles. This awareness is universal and interconnected beyond the illusion of separation. Awakening involves piercing through the ego's veil to realize your true nature, not as a fragmented individual, but as a seamless part of life itself. Real-life example. A meditation teacher named Maya spent years clinging to her identity as the expert, the guide, and the achiever. This egoic identity brought success, but also pressure, fear, and isolation. Through dedicated meditation and self-inquiry, Maya experienced moments where these roles dissolved, revealing a spacious awareness untouched by the ego. She described it as like waking from a dream of being a separate person, where she could rest in a boundless sense of being, not defined by thoughts or titles. This profound shift transformed her teaching, relationships, and inner peace. Practical exercise. Take a quiet moment to practice self-inquiry. Ask yourself gently, who am I beyond my name, roles, and thoughts? Sit with this question without rushing to answer. Notice any sensations, feelings, or insights that arise. You may discover a stillness or presence that feels deeper than your usual self-concept. Try returning to this question daily, allowing the illusion of separation to soften with each inquiry. Summary. The ego's illusion of separation keeps us trapped in suffering, isolation, and confusion. But awakening begins when we see through this illusion and recognize the deeper, interconnected consciousness that underlies all identity. By questioning, who am I, beyond the surface, you begin to loosen the ego's grip and step into the freedom of your true self.
Chapter 3. The Power of Presence. The present moment is not a place you visit. It's the only place you truly exist. Presence means bringing your conscious attention fully into the here and now, the present moment as it is, without distraction or judgment. When you are truly present, the mind's endless chatter begins to quiet down. The constant stream of worries about the past or future softens, allowing a clear space to open within. This space of presence is where awakening takes root. It not only calms the mind, but also opens the heart, inviting compassion, gratitude, and joy to arise naturally. Presence is a powerful tool. It transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for deeper awareness and connection.
Real-life example. Consider the story of Jason, a professional athlete who struggled with performance anxiety. Despite his talent, his mind would often become overwhelmed with thoughts about outcomes, mistakes, or pressures. By learning and practicing mindfulness, the art of conscious presence, Jason trained himself to focus solely on the immediate moment, the feel of his breath, the rhythm of his movements, the sensations in his body. This shift in attention helped him stay calm and perform at his best, not distracted by fear or doubt. Practical exercise. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring your attention fully to your breath, the inhale, the pause, the exhale. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath without judgment. Feel the sensations of breathing as fully as you can, right here, right now. Notice how focusing on this simple act of breathing cultivates a sense of calm and presence. Try to bring this presence into your daily life, whether eating, walking, or talking, to experience how it deepens your connection to life. Summary. Presence is the gateway to awakening. By consciously attending to the now, you quiet the mind's noise and open to the richness of each moment. Through presence, even the most ordinary experiences become alive, vibrant, and filled with possibility. Chapter 4. Consciousness and the Body Connection. Your body is not separate from spirit. It is where consciousness breathes into form. Consciousness is often thought of as purely mental or spiritual, but the body is the living expression of consciousness. It is the vessel through which awareness experiences life in a tangible, physical way. When awakening remains only in the mind, it can feel abstract or disconnected. But embodiment, bringing conscious awareness into the body, deepens spiritual awakening by grounding it in lived experience. The body holds emotions, memories, and wisdom, often overlooked by the thinking mind. Listening to and honoring the body's signals opens a path to healing, balance, and integration. Through embodiment, mind, body, and spirit become united as one harmonious whole. Real-life example. Anna, a yoga practitioner, struggled for years with anxiety and disconnection from her own body. She viewed herself primarily as her thoughts and emotions, often ignoring physical tension and discomfort. Over time, through consistent yoga and mindful body awareness, Anna began to notice subtle sensations, areas of tightness, and the gentle flow of breath within her body. This practice helped her release old emotional blockages and reconnect with a profound sense of peace and vitality. Her awakening shifted from being a purely mental experience to a fully embodied transformation, where mind and body work in harmony. Practical exercise. Try this simple body scan meditation today. Find a quiet, comfortable place to lie down or sit. Close your eyes and take a few deep, calming breaths. Slowly bring your attention to your feet. Notice any sensations, warmth, tingling, tension, without trying to change anything. Gradually move your awareness upward through your body, legs, hips, abdomen, chest, arms, neck, and head. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to observing sensations with non-judgmental curiosity. Spend about 10 minutes completing this scan. This practice helps you reconnect with the wisdom of the body and brings conscious presence into physical experience. Summary. True awakening integrates mind, body, and spirit as one seamless whole. The body is not separate from consciousness, but its living expression. By cultivating embodiment, you deepen your spiritual journey and invite healing, balance, and wholeness into your life. Chapter 5. Expanding Consciousness Beyond Ordinary Awareness. The borders of your being dissolve when you remember you are never confined to them. Consciousness is not fixed or limited to our everyday waking state. It can expand into altered states that reveal deeper layers of reality and connection. These expanded states, experienced through practices like meditation, flow, or trance, offer glimpses beyond ordinary awareness. They open portals to unity, peace, and profound insight. Such spiritual experiences remind us that consciousness is vast and fluid, capable of transcending the boundaries of the physical body and ordinary thought. Exploring these expanded states helps us understand the infinite nature of awareness. Real-life example. A mystic named Ravi described his deep meditation sessions as moments when the usual sense of I dissolved completely. During these experiences, he felt an overwhelming unity with everything, the sky, the earth, and all living beings, beyond any personal identity or separation. This state brought him a lasting sense of peace and a deep knowing that consciousness extends far beyond the confines of the individual self. Practical exercise. Try this guided visualization to expand your sense of self. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take several deep, slow breaths. Imagine your awareness gently extending beyond your physical body, first to the room around you, then to the building, the city, and finally the vast sky above. Feel yourself connected to the vastness, as if your sense of self stretches and merges with the world around you. Rest in this expanded state for several minutes, noticing any sensations, emotions, or thoughts that arise. When ready, slowly bring your awareness back to your physical body. This practice invites you to experience the boundless nature of consciousness firsthand. Summary. Consciousness is not confined to the usual boundaries of mind and body. Through expanded states like meditation and flow, we catch glimpses of a vaster awareness, one that transcends personal identity and ordinary perception. Exploring these states expands our understanding of who we truly are. Chapter 6. The Role of Thought. Mastering the Mind. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness listening, free and unbound. Thoughts are powerful. They shape how we experience reality, influence our emotions, and guide our actions. Yet thoughts are not who we truly are. They are simply mental events passing through consciousness. True mastery comes when consciousness observes thoughts without being controlled by them, recognizing them as temporary, often repetitive patterns rather than absolute truth. This witnessing stance creates space between you and your mind, allowing freedom from automatic reactions, negative beliefs, and limiting mental conditioning. When you watch thoughts with curiosity and detachment, you reclaim your power and find clarity beyond the mental noise.
Real-life example. Sarah, a therapist, works with clients struggling with anxiety rooted in negative thought loops, ruminating worries, self-criticism, and fears. She teaches them to practice thought observation, noticing thoughts as they arise, labeling them, "There's a worrying thought," and letting them pass without engagement. Many clients report feeling lighter and more grounded as they learn to separate their sense of self from the restless mind, creating a new relationship with their thoughts.
Practical exercise. Set aside 10 minutes to practice thought observation. Sit comfortably with eyes closed or softly focused. Simply observe the flow of your thoughts without trying to change or judge them. Notice their tone, speed, and content. Label them gently: planning, worrying, remembering. When you find yourself caught up in a thought, bring your attention back to the role of observer. Allow thoughts to come and go like clouds passing through the sky. This practice cultivates awareness of the mind's activity and loosens its grip over your experience. Summary. Thoughts influence our reality, but they do not define our true self. By becoming aware of thoughts without being swept away by them, we create freedom from mental conditioning and open the door to deeper presence and peace. Mastering the mind begins with watching rather than identifying.
Chapter 7. Consciousness and Emotion, Feeling Fully Awake. To feel deeply is not weakness, it is the courage to meet your soul in motion. Emotions are more than fleeting reactions. They are signals from deeper consciousness, guiding us toward awareness and healing. True awakening involves feeling emotions fully and openly, without resisting, suppressing, or avoiding them. When we allow emotions to surface and flow naturally, they become gateways to understanding ourselves more deeply and connecting with the present moment. Embracing emotions with conscious presence fosters both inner healing and expanded awareness. Real-life example. After years of burying painful memories, Mark began a healing journey by consciously facing his emotions tied to childhood trauma. Instead of pushing feelings away, he learned to observe and fully experience them with kindness and curiosity. This process allowed long-held wounds to soften and dissolve, bringing Mark into a deeper state of presence and peace. His conscious emotional awareness became a vital part of his spiritual awakening. Practical exercise. Take 5 minutes now for an emotional check-in. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and bring attention inward. Name the emotions you feel in your body and mind, whether sadness, joy, tension, or calm. Allow yourself to sit with these feelings without trying to change them or fix them. Notice any sensations, shifts, or insights that arise. This simple practice builds your capacity to be present with emotions as they arise, strengthening your conscious connection. Summary. Emotions are vital expressions of consciousness and essential to awakening. By feeling fully awake, allowing emotions without resistance, we deepen presence and invite healing. Emotional awareness enriches the spiritual path, connecting mind, heart, and soul. Chapter 8. The Spiritual Dimension of Consciousness. When you awaken, you realize you are not just in the universe. You are the universe, awake to itself. Consciousness serves as a vital bridge between the material and spiritual worlds. It connects the physical reality we experience with the deeper, transcendent aspects of existence. Spiritual awakening is the profound realization that your true essence extends beyond the body, mind, and form, a timeless presence that is one with all life. This expanded awareness reveals the interconnectedness of everything and invites a sense of unity, peace, and purpose beyond ordinary perception. Real-life example. During a sacred retreat in the mountains, Maya, a spiritual seeker, experienced a profound shift. Through deep meditation and silence, she sensed the dissolving of boundaries between herself and nature. A powerful feeling of oneness arose, and Maya realized her consciousness was part of a vast, living web of life. This experience transformed her understanding of self and deepened her commitment to living with compassion and presence. Practical exercise. Try this meditation on interconnectedness. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Take several slow, deep breaths. Visualize yourself surrounded by all living beings, plants, animals, people, and the earth itself. Feel your awareness expand outward, connecting you to the life around you as if you and the world are one. Repeat silently,
I am part of all that is. Rest in this spacious sense of unity for 5 to 10 minutes. Summary. Consciousness is the doorway to spiritual realization, linking the seen and unseen realms. By awakening to your true essence beyond form, you experience the profound unity underlying all existence. This spiritual dimension enriches your journey with meaning, connection, and peace.
Chapter 9. Consciousness and Reality. Creating your life. Every intention you hold in awareness is a seed planted not in time but in being. Consciousness is not just a passive observer of life, it is an active creator of your experience. The way you think, feel, and focus shapes your perception of reality. Through intention, attention, and awareness, you participate in the co-creation of your life. Manifestation is not wishful thinking, it's the focused alignment of your inner state with your desired outer experience. When consciousness is clear and grounded, it becomes a powerful tool for transformation. You are not a victim of reality, you are a co-creator of it.
Real-life example. Elena, an entrepreneur, had a vision of starting a socially responsible business. Rather than rushing into action, she began each day with intentional visualization, seeing her venture succeed, feeling the impact it would create, and aligning her choices with that vision. Over time, not only did her business succeed, but it also brought her a deep sense of fulfillment. Her story reflects how conscious creation can shape both outer success and inner peace.
Practical exercise. Try this conscious intention practice. Each morning, sit quietly for a few minutes and ask yourself, what do I wish to experience or create today? Choose a clear, heartfelt intention. Example, peace in all interactions, or focus and creativity. Visualize this intention unfolding with vivid detail. Feel it as if it's already real. Throughout your day, return to this intention when your mind drifts or challenges arise. This daily habit strengthens the link between inner consciousness and outer reality. Summary. Consciousness is a creative force. What you focus on shapes your world. By living with intention and awareness, you become an active co-creator of your experience. Reality is not fixed. It responds to your state of consciousness.
Chapter 10. Living Awake, Integrating Consciousness Daily. Awakening isn't about escaping life, it's about fully inhabiting it with presence and purpose. Awakening is not a one-time event, it is a daily practice. True transformation happens not in isolated moments of insight, but in the way you live your life each day, with awareness, intention, and presence. Living awake means bringing consciousness into all aspects of your life, your relationships, work, emotions, and decisions. It's not about escaping the world, but engaging with it from a grounded, open awareness. This integration is where spiritual growth becomes real, where your outer life begins to reflect your inner clarity.
Real-life example. Daniel, a high school teacher and father of 2, once felt torn between his spiritual path and daily responsibilities. Over time, he realized that his life itself could be the practice. He began to infuse mindfulness into his classroom, respond to his children with more presence, and take short pauses throughout the day to breathe and reflect. These simple shifts brought more peace, compassion, and balance to his life. He discovered that awakening isn't separate from daily life, it is lived through it. Practical exercise. Each evening, take 5 to 10 minutes for this daily reflection. Sit in quiet and ask yourself, Where was I conscious today? Where was I on autopilot or asleep? Reflect without judgment. Just notice. Consider how you can bring more awareness to tomorrow. This gentle practice builds the muscle of mindfulness and strengthens your intention to live awake. Summary: living awake is not about being perfect, it's about being present. Awakening is a continuous journey of showing up for life with open eyes and an open heart. By integrating consciousness into your daily life, you become the embodiment of peace, purpose, and presence.